Hello inflatable fans, I hope you're all well. I'm down by Calder Hebble locks out Halifax way and going for a little paddle. I'm taking the Aqua Marina Halve out again. I'm going to play about with the configuration today just to see if I can kind of get this how I like it. I did open this up to the rest of our group, but none of them wanted to come, miserable sods. Anyway, I'm pretty much set up. I'm going to get the boat down by the launch point. Don't worry. If you've watched a lot of my videos, you might remember this spot. This is where I launched with Stitches and Sparky when I took my sister and brother-in-law out for the first time. Look at these children. We went that way towards Salby Bridge, but today I'm going to go and have a look up that way. It's called Hebble Brook, I think, or Hebble Beck. As you can see, this is the Halifax arm. It's all part of the Calder Hebble Navigation. So what I've done is I've moved the seat back a bit, because when I was last out with this, the back was yawing about like I don't know what, because I had the seat too far forward. But then as you can see, I've also chucked a bit of weight in the front of the boat, and that's just to give it a little bit more ballast really at the front, because it's got quite a high rocker profile and it is moving considerably better than it did. Anyway, one of the plus sides is you can see the banking there is quite low. If I need to get out and change anything, I can. What is it with me and finding oranges in the canal? I found one the other week. Oh, is it an orange? It is. There you go, fish food. So yeah, down at the stern, you've got a great view of two dry bags by a company that I actually have come to really like, Kayaking. I really like their stuff. We've just had some very stormy weather, which is why there is an awful lot of leaf debris in. It is marching towards the end of August as I record this, and some of the leaves in the trees are starting to turn a little bit yellow. Have you had any joy? Are you just starting? Caught anything? Pike? Are you going to eat it? So there's quite a good stretch of narrowboat mooring down here. As I say, never been down this bit before, so this is new turf. Morning. There's a Premier Inn here on the left. I don't know whether this is as far as I can go. It looks like it might be. Yep, dead end. There's people having breakfast up in the Premier Inn there. I've just made ruining a few breakfasts. Right, so I'm back at Calder Hebble locks, and I've just realised the wind is coming straight at me today. It's a little bit breezy, but we'll go straight on into the wind, and at least then it'll be easier coming back. What a great view you've got there anyway of that orange dry bag. Beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, I just thought I'd stand it on the deck, because I'll just show you this. I mean, look how flat my table is today with the drop stitch floor in this halve. This boat is so wide, you've got a huge space here, a huge deck. And I think I might have an option for a better footrest. I said in the previous video about this that the footrest in this is naff if you're on your own. I think it would work okay if you're using this as a two-man craft, because you'd be further forward and that would work, and then your back as the person at the front becomes the footrest for the person behind you. But without that, if you're paddling this solo, that footrest is pointless. I think one of those back rollers those big chunky foam back rollers. I've got one at home. I'm going to try that out in here. I think that'll work. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? Got to give it a go. So we're entering the Calder Valley according to that sign. This is a rail bridge up ahead. Bridge 9, it says on that sign, Calder Hebble Railway Bridge. Morning. It's lovely down here, isn't it? There is a bit of distant rail and traffic noise, but other than that, it's quite sweet. Looks like there's a tree down there. I wonder if that came down yesterday with the winds and the storms. Yeah, it's a big branch. Looks like it's come off this tree here. That's going to scupper any canal boat movement at the moment down here. Yeah, I mean that blocks the canal for canal boats. The narrow boats, there's no way they're getting past there. Bridge 8, Lister Bridge. Just a foot and cycle bridge at a guess. Good thing is, because of that branch that's down back there, I know there's nothing coming up behind me. Nobody likes that, do they? Alright, Cal, don't be rude. That must be a dealership up there. There's loads of Volkswagen Polos, all the same colour. You can have any car, in any colour you like, so long as it's beige. And then there's quite a few camper vans too. If I'm not mistaken, that pink flower is comfrey. Whatever it is, there's a lot of it down here. Bugger. Just starting to rain a bit. Thought I'd put my hat on. Seen that, right? I don't think it's going to rain heavy. It's not even supposed to rain at all today. It is starting to ease off. If it comes on a bit strong, I'll just shelter under that bridge for a bit. Bridge 7. Copley Lane. I think I will just sit under here for a little bit. It's always a good excuse, isn't there, to get the coffee out. Wind's blowing me backwards. One of the nice features about this boat is the hardened nose cone and the bow and the stern. Yeah, quite like those hardened plastic aspects. Morning.
Morning. Nice place to chill.
Isn't it just? Has it stopped raining?
I
think it has. Let's go a little bit further. I'm not doing a great deal of distance today. I'm just having a little mooch. Cards on the table. I just wanted to get this boat out again. Do love how light it is. I have got a thing for lightweight boats. Now, the only thing that I don't like about this is the separate floor chamber. That's why I love the Deschutes so much. Lightweight, one-piece boat, so easy to maintain. You don't have to faff about taking it out and getting stuff out from underneath, you know, trap dirt and debris and drying it all out. That's why I really love the Deschutes. And it's nimble. But I like this too. This might become my new camping boat. Some horrible properties there, look. Do you know, when we came down here last time, none of that growth was there. That little balcony there, it was completely visible. There you go. I know you do love a good pylon. Now this bit's like entering a bit of a tunnel, isn't it? A tree tunnel. Morning. This bridge kind of creeps up on you out of nowhere because you can't see it initially for the trees, and all of a sudden, boom, there it is. Big bugger, isn't it? It actually goes all the way down there. This is a big viaduct. And funnily enough, when I look up, I don't get that tingling sensation in my balls. I don't get that sense of vertigo that I've had at other times, particularly at Conisborough. You might have seen that in one of my recent videos. That was the one on the River Don. Yeah, you might be able to see a little bit down there. It just goes on and on and on. I wonder how many archways this one's got. Anyway, another good excuse to stop for coffee. Little footbridge up ahead. Got a bit of canal boat traffic here. I suppose I better warn them about that branch. Are you any good at shunting? You might need to. Why? Because there's a big branch crossing the canal down.
Yeah, I've seen it on 10.
Alright. My good deed done. At least the path might be clear when I go back if they've shifted it. Really easy to get out down here if you wanted to. I am really enjoying being out in this Halve today, the Aqua Marina Halve. At the times when I've just been kind of paddling away like now, it's pootling along nicely at around 3.5 miles an hour, and that's quite respectable. It's about walking speed, bearing in mind the wind's against me. So yeah, really enjoying this today. This is never going to be a fast boat. It's too damn wide. There's too much fabric in contact with the water and too much drag. But it's a nice leisure craft, especially with that big table. Alright. Look at these up ahead. I bet these are horrible places to live. Horrible, I tell you. Yeah, horrible. Horrible to live down here. Now, where did I park my boat? Just wait for this boat to pass.
Morning.
Morning, alright.
Thanks for that.
No worries.
It's a bit tight.
How far down are you going?
Well, I don't know, hopefully Brickhouse. But...
Right, okay, there is I don't know whether the previous boats moved it, but there was a big branch across.
Oh, I look good, thanks for letting us know.
I'm alright, yeah, you?
Yeah. Just seen a crocodile up there, so
I've no hope.
be careful.
I will, thank you. Have you heard that? Just seen a crocodile. Anyway, look at this. This is called Chain Bridge. What an unusual design, isn't it? Right. So we're just approaching Sawby Bridge now, and if I turn left down here, and follow it round, reach the lock. If you follow that lock further round, you come to where we launched on Rochdale Canal quite a while ago actually. It was round about the time I had this trapped nerve in my arm and it was on the mend. So yeah, I'm rambling. But yeah, there's a little cafe around here. I'm going to go and see if it's open. Might get some breakfast. Yeah, so that sign up there says Rochdale Canal to the left, Manchester 33 miles. Calder and Hebble Navigation, 21 miles back the way I came. And this is called Kirkham Turn, so we better turn. Lots of geese and ducks up ahead. And there up ahead we've got the lock. I wonder if there's space for me to get out on this side somewhere. It's not looking like it. Which is a bit of a bugger. So it means I've got to walk around. I think it should be alright here. I've just squeezed in next to this canal boat. It's not going anywhere. I mean, it's a bit tight, but it should be alright. And it's an easy climb out. And the cafe's just over there. It's a bit of a high one, but I'm out. I didn't film the getting out, but it was really easy because that thing's so wide and stable. I'll film me getting back in. Right, let's go see if we can get something to eat. Oh, it's closed. This was where we sat and ate last time. Because we only had up there to walk and over the lock. Oh damn. Well, that scuppered my plan. Got myself a bacon sandwich on order from here. This better be good because that was positively painful waiting for that. About 20 minutes. Ridiculous. As far as my food rating goes, yeah, not great. Granted, I didn't stress that I like the bacon a bit crispy, but that looks like it's barely seen the heat. Pretty stable, right? Now the awkward bit. Get myself back out of this tight little nook that I've got myself. Oh, it's gone. Woot, woot. This kayak is reversing. Woot, woot. I don't think I've ever seen so much greenery on lock gates before. Right, so we'll head back. I anticipate this being a lot quicker because the wind will be more behind me than against me on the way back. Shame to see that cafe go though. And yeah, I'm not overly happy with the one that I went to. Yeah. Long wait for very average food. That looks healthy. Ah yeah, wind behind me. This is nice. By the way, if you like what I'm doing on this channel, you know what to do about liking, subscribing, sharing videos, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, if you think any of my stuff's going to be useful for some of your friends or people that you know, especially some of the helpful videos I've done, like how to predict calm sea conditions, river rules, all those kind of things, by all means share them around. It's amazing how different everything looks when you're paddling back and the sun's out. Wow, look at that reflection under this bridge. That's quite a spectacular one, isn't it? Love it. I must admit, I'm surprised to see that branch still there. Hello. Surprised to see that branch still there. I thought the two canal boats they'd have been through would have shunted that out of the way. But they've obviously been able to get round at the side somewhere. Probably not this side that I'm going down. But it must be deeper at the sides than most canals, because most canals are really shallow at the side. I mean, this is really shallow on this side where I am now. But yeah, that far side must be a bit deeper. Just goes to show how wrong I was. I thought they'd have moved it. We're actually not too far back from where I launched. When I get back, I'm going to take the skegs out and I'm going to see how this performs without the skegs in, because I'm curious. Right, let's get these skegs out and see how it performs. Right, let's see what this is like without the skegs in. I think it's going to be fun. Yeah, it is. So without the skegs, turns on a sixpence. Look at that. So it's just like a pack raft. It moves nicely though, to be fair. The only thing that's a bit disconcerting is when you turn. When you're in a pack raft, you have that feeling of being snug in the boat with it being narrow. But because this is so wide, you don't have that. So it feels, yeah, it doesn't feel quite right. I'd get used to it, I guess. This is a good spot to test it out because it's a bit breezy here, as you can probably tell by the ripples on the water. Well, this will be a lot of fun without the skegs. Just do another sharp turn. Yeah, do you know what? As long as you keep your hips loose and flexible, you know, twisting from the waist, it's not so bad. You can soon get used to that feeling of, whoa! That nearly went over then. That was weird. It felt like it was going to go over. I mean, it's not because it's so stable. But it's also so light. Yeah, I think you need at least one in. I'd like to take this to Ripon and do that little bit of white water bit that we've been doing with it, just to see what it feels like on there. But yeah, it certainly turns well. It's just when you're going in a given direction and then you go to turn, it feels really strange. Anyway, that's enough of this play. That's enough being a kid for today. Thanks for watching. You take care of yourself. Cheerio. Silly voice one. Cheerio. Park's nice. Look at that. Straight in.